Full disclosure. Rewind 30 minutes in the stream to see proof I have the physical game. So the intro itself automatically advances. Huh. Ye- Mail call. Dear Mario, I baked a cake for you. Please come to the castle. Nope. Hey bro, check it out. A letter from Princess Peach arrived for you. I'll just read it to you. How's that sound? Yeah. Yeah. I am. Now let's see here. Hello there, Mario. I am now on holiday, traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom. In my travels, I came into possession of a mystical map, a treasure map, actually. It was inside a box I got from an old merchant in E-Town called Rogueport. But since it'll be too difficult for me to try to go find treasure all by myself, I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come. I'll meet you at Rogueport. That means you must come. P. What do you know? It's true. There's a withered old poem in here with the letter. There's a weathered old map in here with the letter. Check it out. Fortunately, the game doesn't use conversation puzzles. I always hear the voices as those from the Super show as well. Prologue. A rogue's welcome. A rogue's welcome. Excuse me, sir. Please wake up, sir. The town you'd been speaking of has come into view. Look, that rogue report. You see, will arrive shortly. Please prepare to disembark. I must apologize, sir. Our arrival was delayed just a bit by rough weather. Are you quite sure you want to disembark here? Or are you quite sure you want to disembark here? I did tell you all the sordid tales about Valtrogport on our way here, did I not? I did tell you all the sordid tales about Rogueport on our way here, did I not? What's that? I'm sorry? You see, there's a princess waiting here for you. Is that so? Sure, of course, sir. Well, if that's what you think, then I won't stop you. But you be careful, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'm absolutely melting from having dug up the way. I got a drink, so I'm good. Boy, welcome to Rugport. Bit of a nasty place, eh? You got guts coming here. You look a bit green, so I have a wee bit of advice on me. Hit that save block to save. Cause the thing about life is you never know when you're gonna kick the old bucket. So something happens right away. You may want to spend your money. Hey, what do you want? Get away from me, freak. Oh, come off at you, airhead. I know it's tough for you, but don't play dumb with me. I've seen you walking around town asking for information about the crystal stars. Well, now I'm doing the asking, so be a good girl and tell us what you know. Right now. Never! Never. I don't have anything to say to you, creeps. Oh. I suppose it wouldn't be right if a sassy little lass like you met with an untimely demise. Oh, oh, oh. Boys, we're taking this firebrand to our fortress. As you command, Lord Crump. We're on it. And no. Stop right there, you weirdos. I'll scream. Really? Like I'd go anywhere with smelly lunatics like you. It's not likely. Whoa. What do you think you're doing, chump? You think you can screw up my plans? Gah. It's always something. Looks like I'm going to have to give you a little taste of the old Crump A-bomb. Battle time, Mr. Man. Just find a way to beat this freak of the week? Okay. Don't sweat the details. Just jump on him and hit him with your hammer. Sweet, you know that. Whoa, whoa. I gotta say, you're tougher than you look. Keep it up and you'll beat him in no time. You've got him on the ropes. Come on. Keep wailing on him. You did it. You did it. Yeah. And you got star points. Yeah, I bet you know, but you get these things called star points when you win battles. When you get 100 points, you'll go up a level. Don't forget that, okay? Buh. Buh. Buh ha ha ha. Okay, you got a couple decent shots in, I'll give you that. But unfortunately for you, that means it's go time. Punish him. Quick. This way. Phew, what a bunch of loons. Let's just sneak out of here. What do you say? Bahia. Stop. Where'd they go? You, Johnson. Did you see them? Did anyone? A crud. They bolted. Wow, mister. You totally saved me. Tank? I have got to give you a little reward. My name's Goombella. I'm a student at the University of Goom. Nice to meet ya. Huh? She's aching but wouldn't coming in contact with one lose some health. So, who are you? Mario, wait, you mean? Like, that famous guy? Wow. I can't believe I met you here. Cool anyway, no offense, but it looks like you just rolled into town yourself, right? Me already hate it here. There are freaks and weirdos everywhere. It's nasty. Oh, Goombella is so judgmental. If you notice from her lingo, she's used many colorful metaphors for stupid. I mean, I know the place is called Rogaport, so I should have expected it, but sheesh. I'd have never come to a place like this if there weren't some legendary treasure here. Watch the background. What? You're looking for the legendary treasure, too. Seriously. Woo, bucko. What you got there? Oh my gosh, this isn't a treasure map. You have to tell me where you got that. Princess Peach. What? Great hookly boogly. If it isn't Master Mario. Bit of a coincidence, bumping into one another in this sort of place. Ho ho. So tell me, Master Mario, what in the world brings you to this wretched little burg? Tom. Oh, indeed. Princess Peach sent you a letter and a treasure map. And she told you she'd meet you here in Rogueport? Intriguing. You're asking me where Princess Peach is? Error. I was about to ask you that. We stopped inside town to acquire a spot of fuel for our ship, don't you? We stopped in this town to acquire a spot of fuel for our ship, don't you know? It. I only took my offer for a moment, but as soon as I did, she vanished. You know how headstrong she is, Mario. I just assumed she'd be back momentarily. But at this point, I fear we must embrace the possibility that she may never return. I've been at a loss as to what to do. I've been fraught with worry, I tell you. But I'm feeling better with you here, Master Mario. Surely we'll find her. Surely. But I know my place, Master Marion. This is not it. I leave this task to you. Han. I believe I'll recline in an inn right over there and enjoy a spot of tea, perhaps. In fact, I highly recommend it, particularly if you find your heart points running low. Just drop on in, ho ho. Yes, anyway, a little rest there will fill all of your HP. I must say though the rest of this town is a bit rough. Yes, rough indeed. I'm Princess Peach. Did he mean like Peach, the Mushroom Kingdom princess? princess who always gets nabbed by Bowser, the Koopa King. The one you rescue. Wait a sec. This is crazy. Princess Peach sent you the treasure map. Whoa, this is really intense. Well, where could she have gone then, do you think? You think maybe she got sick of waiting and went to find the treasure on her own? Oh, oh, I know, Mario. Come with me. Whoa, whoa. I know, Mario. Come here with me. One of my professors is here researching that treasure. We'll show him your map. If we start looking for the treasure, then maybe we'll catch up to Princess Peach. Great. We're all good then. Let's go, Mario. Goombella joined your party. So, if you watched me play the Paper Mario 64 game, you'd know that the first party member is a Goomba, and the second party member is a Koopy. And another party member is going to be a Bob-omb. Like on the surface, if you played the 64 Paper Mario game, this will feel real familiar. However, while the way it builds up is similar, the story for this one is a lot better. And unlike the N64 game, this game doesn't feel tiny. First off, we gotta find my professor. Thing is, since I just got to town myself, I don't actually know where he lives. So keep an eye out. Here's what Professor Frankly looks like. You'll see why I'm doing this in a moment. Thank you for the fog. Hey, what your beef pal? Yeah, I'm talking to you. See no message about he stole half your coins. Well, there you are. Professor Frankly. What's Who's there? Who wants me? Yeah? Yes. You? No, you. I've seen your face before. Yes, that fade. Wait for just a moment, don't tell me now. Silence. I'll get it right. It's not Gumbriel. It's not a Lezagone. Hernian. A Erne. A hide. I've got it. You're Gumbella, aren't you? You were in my archaeology class last year, am I right? Wow, yes sir. That's me. I'm Gumbella, the junior at Ugum. Gumbas! Of course I remember you. Not to toot my horn, but I'm pretty good at remembering. You stick out in my mind because you were such an exceptional student. And that guy behind you is. Who? Yeah. Mario. Professor, he's Mario. You know, the famous one. Oh, my apologies. I'm such a bookworm, I haven't a clue about what a hipwright know. In any case, what sort of errand brings you two all the way to a place like this? We were hoping you'd tell us about the legendary treasure said to be below Rogueport. I thought that if anyone knew anything about it, you would, Professor Franklin. Of course I know about it. The reason I came here was to study that very subject. Of course I know about it. The reason I came here was to study that very subject. But why do you tykes want to learn about the legendary treasure? You know that must say it's little more than a fairy tale, don't you? Archaeologists and historians have to search for trout in those fairy tales, though. May I believe the legendary treasure truly does exist. And I really want to find it. Good point. And well made. In that case, I'll cooperate with you however I can. First of all, about the treasure, there are many mysteries surrounding it. Some say it's an infinitely vast treasure hoard, while others say it's a magical item. Some books say it's actually a monster, while still others claim it's an empty chest. Hello, Crimson Dragon and Kurono Plays. Some books say it's actually a monster, while still others claim it's an empty chest. So many different theories, obviously. It's impossible to divine the truth among them. But all agree on one point: to find the treasure, one must have the crystal stars. To find the treasure of yore, take the 7 crystal stars to the 1,000-year door. You mean the crystal stars in that old saying that super elderly people pass down? Indeed the same. As the saying goes, if you want to find the legendary treasure, you first must collect the 7 crystal stars. Hold the magical map aloft before the entrance to the 1,000-year door. Then the stars will light the way that leads to the stones of yesterday. Thank you. A lot of the lore I've read says that if this magical map is taken to the doorway, then it'll show you where to find the crystal stars. Correct, and the 1,000-year door is supposedly here, deep beneath this town. Yet the critical piece of the puzzle. The magical map is lost. If only we had that map. But we do have it, Professor. Or well, not we. Exactly, Mario has the magical map. Wait. Hamina hubbity hubbita hippity hoobita himala huffala hoofala really. You actually have it? Could I just take a quick look at it, if you don't mind? Astounding. This is it. The real thing. The one and only magical map. You son are my hero. You're great. Fantastic. Wonderful even. With... We can find the crystal stars just by holding this aloft before the legendary door. Right on, Professor. Good golly, what are we doing just sitting here then? Goombella? Mario. Off we must go this instant. Let's take the magical map to the legendary door. I bet you didn't know this rotten old thing came off, did you? Hey, hey. I bet you didn't know this rotten old thing came off, did you? Hey, hey, hey. We can use this pipe to get down under the city streets. Come on, both of you. Let's get moving. Oh wait, hang on a second, Mario. Something just occurred to me. I'm fairly certain there are quite a few hoodlums below, so keep your guard up. You two do know about your action commands, don't you? For the sake of not sitting through another tutorial, I'm gonna say of course. Really, Master Ayu, maybe you ought to practice them once just to be safe. A bold young lad, aren't you? Very well then. Down we go. Just stand on the pipe and tilt down to enter it. Hey man, what's up? Who's the hottie you got there with you? Why's up, baby? Why don't you hang with us for a while? We play real nice. And what's a fine-looking Goomba doing with a tubby mustache man like that? Oh, it is like so sweet that you boys think I'm cute. Seriously. Yeah, guys, like you make me feel like totally barfing. Now get out of our way. Ouch. That was cold. Why are you too good for us? Come off it, sister. Nobody sings us like that. Nobody. Let's get 'em. Hey Goomba, a spiny Goomba and a Paragoomba, my. The whole Goomba family tree. The only one I should warn you about is that fellow in the middle, the spiny Goomba. See that spike on his head? Well, jump on that and you're the one who'll take damage. The Paragoomba's airborne, so your hammer won't reach. You'll have to jump for him. Always take your opponent's situation into consideration when fighting. Always. That right. I forgot to tell you something vital. You can press it to change the view to attack in. You can attack first if you feel like it, Goombella. Don't forget that. Oh, Ha. Later on, losers. That felt awesome. Are you ready, Mario? There are plenty more where they came from, and they'll all have it in for us. When they attack, try to hammer them or jump on them while in the field. Attack successful. successfully, and you can perform a first strike when you enter battle. So if an enemy catches sight of you, be sure to zip him as you go into battle. You probably don't need to go there yet. Okay, maybe it is this way. He? Pool? Hey, you? Can you hear me? You can. That must mean you're the hero of legend. Only the great hero of legend can hear my voice. Yeah, everyone else nothing. See, long ago, an evil spirit cast a curse on me, locking me in this box. I was bummed. I've been here ever since, waiting a long, long time for the hero to come by. So yeah, anyway, big guy, what brings a hero like you to a place like this? Mario, a word with you. I'm not exactly confident that we can trust this box. I think it may be best not to mention that we're looking for the crystal stars. That you just said within your box shot of the box. Well, drat. I just said it out loud. What's wrong with me? Oh yeah, searching for the crystal stars, are you now? So you really are a hero. Well, you're definitely gonna need my help if you hope to get those bad boys. So, first you should look for the key to this box. And Steam, damn it. For some reason, it decided to download stuff. Is there not a Don't Bother Me button for Steam? Whatever. So first you should look for the key to this box, then use it to let me out, definitely. By the way, the key looks like this. Well, what do you think we ought to do, Rio? Well, I know my vote goes to you finding that key. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Come on, being stuck in a box is no picnic. I'm counting on you, a great legendary hero. Hua, 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 hua. You brought the key, yes. Oh man, I owe you, Big. Yup, thank I. Thank nothing. We hear for balls. Oh boy, did you fall for it? I burned you. What do you think I was gonna help you? Instead, I'm gonna spread a little of the suffering I've endured in that stupid box. Yeah, sorry, but those are the breaks. I'm gonna cast an evil, terrible curse upon you. Buggly Wuggly Hoo Hoo Ho. You're cursed. Wait, hee. Enjoy that curse, sucker. You got what you deserved. You want to hear all about the sweet curse I just dropped? Then listen well. From now on, if you press in certain areas, you'll turn into a paper airplane. Wee, trembling yet, suffer the rest of your days under my terrible curse. Wee, trembling yet, suffer the rest of your days under my terrible curse. Wee. Oh, I can't help but chortle. You're doomed. This curse is pretty rough, I guess, so I suppose I owe it to you to explain it. Freddy, if you stand on an airplane panel like this one, the floor will start to glow. Yeah, okay, you're on the panel. Now try pressing E. And then bam, you're a paper airplane. The worst part of this curse is that you must tilt left and right to control yourself. The worst part of this curse is that you must tilt left and right to control yourself. I guess if you got good at it, you might fly a long way, but that's the only good thing. So be honest, isn't this curse just about the worst thing that's ever happened to you? This is obviously the repeat that message. Wee hee 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 hee. If you press B, you might return to normal. Maybe. Farewell, you foolish fool. Wee hee hee hee. So, well. Just well? What was that guy's beef? Oh? Mario. Gumbella. Look at that. It's the thousand-year door spoken of in the legends. I can't believe it's real. So the legends are all true. There it is, big as life. Come, let's move closer. Hey, what's the deal with this weird pedestal, huh? What could it be, you think? Professor, what's going on? The location of a crystal star has been recorded on your magical map. And Mario has learned his special move. You can now use Sweet Treat. Each time you get a crystal star, you learn a new special move. Professor, the map. And what was with all those crazy lights? Hearn. It appears that information related to the locations of the crystal stars appeared. And that shining light, it looked as if a mysterious power word was given to Mary. Well, one way or another, we shall return to my place and study the map closely.
Oh, yeah.
Pramaha, I see. You understand it, Professor? My dear, of course I do, of course I do. Firstly, about that light we saw shining on Murray. By my reckoning, Mario can now perform what is known as a special move. A special move. Yes, and well, stuff like this is better explained by example rather than words. Would you like to try it out? Excellent. In that case, we'll go outside since this place is a little cramped. First, take a close look at your star power gauge. You'll see that your gauge has one power dot. Obviously, that a single unit of power. So you're sitting on a single dot of star power. With me so far. When you have star power available, you can use a special move. Since you used one power dot, the star power gauge is now empty. Take a look. Even if the gauge empties out though, you can still charge it up again. That's why the audience watching your battles is so very important. If you can get the audience excited, you'll build up more star power. Yeah, you hear that, audience? Let me show you what I mean. Mario Goombella, try to attack me, please. Nice. See that? You thrilled your audience, so they filled up some of your gauge. Nice. Keep building up that star power. Also, the more exciting your battles are, the more people will come to watch you fight. As you can see, that reflected in the number of members in this audience. Mario, this is your chance to hit it big. Nail an action command when you have two matching icons and icon wheels appear. Give it a try. Huh? If only I could hit a 50 viewer payout, ha. Fantastic. You match 3 icons. When you match those icons, the crowd goes nuts and people swarm the theater. Plus, depending on the icons you match up, your HP, FPE, or star power will fill up. But if you get 3 poison mushrooms, something terrible will happen, so be careful. Yeah, the audience all dies. Still with me. The more people in your audience, the more star power you can get. You can also use the appeal command to get star power. I hope you memorized all this. Great Goomba Ghost? Mario, look at your audience. Does that guy have a hammer? He does, the bum. He means to toss it at you. If the audience members hit you with anything, you'll take damage, obviously. You have to press X before they do. That right. Sweet justice. You can press X to protect yourself from the objects the audience throws at you. Of course, fans of yours might toss good stuff like coins, don't attack them. Well, that's all I begot. Here ends my scintillating lecture on special moves. Let's go back inside. Let's have a look at that magical map and see what we can learn about. Whoa. Astounding. This map has radar-like functions. It now shows the location of a crystal S tier. This map has radar-like functions. It now shows the location of a crystal star. It looks like the first crystal star is to be found in a place called the Petal Meadows. Petal Meadows? Yes, the area vast meadow that lies far to the east of Roadport. To tell you the truth, I've always thought that place was a tad suspicious. The name Petal Meadows did come up from time to time in my research. Okay, fine. So we'll go there. Does anybody know how to get there or what? I'm fairly certain that somewhere beneath the city is a pipe to Petal Meadows. If you could just find that, you'd get there instantly. Pipe travel's efficient. Say, by the way, Mario, I'm curious, where did you get that map anyway?
Huh.
From Princess Peach. Really? Her Highness sent this to you, Mario? This Princess Peach, this wouldn't be her, would it?
Oh, yeah.
Some. The way Mario says, oh yeah, there is hilarious. So does her. Your princess came to see me the other day. She wanted to learn about the treasure. I told her about the crystal stars and my suspicions about Petal Meadows. It doesn't seem likely, but perhaps she tried to go to Petal Meadows on her own. You know, Professor, there was another suspicious group asking about the same thing. But I can't imagine Princess Peach getting involved with them. She's referring to those ruffians we met 30 seconds into the game. All right. It's settled. Off to Petal Meadows you two go. If Princess Peach indeed went there, your first priority must be to catch up to her. Princess Peach indeed went there. Your first priority must be to catch up to her. Collecting the crystal stars is a means to an end that end as Princess Peach. Aren't you coming, Professor? Now we'll stay in town and ask around about Princess Peach and that suspicious gang. Besides, I doubt a shriveled old Goomba like me could handle the trials of the road. Of course, if anything happens and you need some advice, come see me, okay? You got it, Professor. Well, Mario, we're off. Wait just a moment. Hammer, a single enemy using lots of attack power. Mario, it's scary out there. Take this with you. It's called a badge, and it is incredibly helpful. You see, depending on the badges you have equipped, you'll get much more powerful. What important is knowing what the effects will be when you first equip a badge. Would you like to practice equipping and removing badges? Nah, I'm good. Are you absolutely sure? This is the last time I'll ask. Do you want to practice? By the way, you need flower points to use the power smash move. In battle, you should watch not only your HP, but FP too. Did you get all that? Well, here's hoping you find that pipe to Petal Meadows. Hey Mario, what's the deal? You didn't equip the badge Professor frankly gave you. If you don't equip a badge, it won't do anything for you. Equip it before you forget. I like that she reminds you. My name is Dazzle, and I collect star pieces. The more I collect, the happier I am. So, Guy, if you have any star pieces, I'll trade you my badges for them VA. Come on, let's trade on. Hey, you don't have any star pieces. Are you trying to swindle me? Go away. Blue. Blah, blah. Ouch. That hurt. Who just up and whacked someone's tootsies like that? Somebody with some serious moxie, that who? Would you look at that? I see some saucy mustache guy. He's a world of hurt. I'll give him a taste of the old tentacle trample. Hey, Maria. You remember what Professor Frankly told us, right? You can press E to change our attack order. If your HP drops, you can press Y to put me in front. Quick volunteering to be cannon fodder. I wasn't expecting it to move.